Hey, Bolo Buddies, thanks for watching. Okay, so this is my bread and butter video. It's a new series that I'm doing on my channel. It's more for resellers that are looking for items that have smaller margins but maybe sell quicker, or um, items that are easier to find. Because I know, like, the big bolos, people are like, I'm never going to find that. So um, I've had some people say that they'd like to see more of the small bolos. So I'm like, you know what? I have tons of small bolos. I don't just sell like things that are above a certain price. Like, I'll sell whatever. So I'm going to start a series on it. And you guys, if you're not interested in seeing the smalls, then don't watch this video. If you want to see the big ones, I'm going to continue to do the big ones for sure. I love the big ones, but you know, the smalls, on days when things aren't selling, when you're not having big bolos, it's nice to have some bread and butter in your store. So I'm going to share some of my bread and butter with you guys. All right, we're going to get started here. Real quick, what I want you to do is comment in the comments how you found out about my YouTube channel. I'm always curious to, like, if somebody referred you, or if you saw it in a Facebook group, or if you were in my Facebook group and that led you here. Just comment below. So I want to hear from you guys about how you found my channel. And comments help bump me in the search results. So even if you just say hello, or I enjoyed the video, or anything nice, that is greatly appreciated. Hit that thumbs up. That helps also. Down in the description of the video, I've got links to Twitter, my Bolo Buddies groups, Instagram, all that good stuff. So check out the description before you leave when you're making that comment. All right, let's get to some bread and butter bolos. And if you're new to my channel, BOLO stands for items to be on the lookout for. And I have smalls that I look out for. Like, if I go to a garage sale, like, I look for these things because I know that they sell quick. And one thing that I've been kind of branching out to are hats. I mean, look at this. Yeah. Ugh, hat sweat. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. It's like dirty socks and stinky feet. Okay, so I'm off on a little tangent because I see this sweaty, gross. And I showed a picture of it, you know. So if you see old hats that are vintage and they have sweat, people will still buy them. They have ways to clean them up, or they don't care because it's sitting on their head. So if you see hat sweat and it's vintage, still buy it. If the foam is deteriorating and starting to flake out, still buy it. People will buy them and restore them. So I actually picked up two of these Pittsburgh Steelers hats. They were identical. They both had the sweat, but the same person bought both of them. I took a best offer of $20 on each hat, and then I think I shipped them together. The buyer paid shipping. This is a Pittsburgh Steelers vintage hat. Sold for 20 bucks. I paid 50 cents each for them. So I ended up selling both of them, I think, to the same buyer. So I don't know, maybe there's something special about this hat. Maybe I should have held out and or countered. I had 35 on it, but maybe the Steelers are doing well right now. I have no clue, but this person really wanted both these hats, hat sweat and all. So I was happy to take $20 each for them. The next item is this little vintage Playmobil. These are little toys. I have some other ones listed. They're not really moving. I would continue to pick them up just because I probably need to just reduce my prices. I ended up taking a best offer on this one for 10, and this guy actually had really good comps. That's why I listed it separate. I don't know. I had 18 plus shipping and he was not selling, and somebody offered me 10. And on that day, I was like, sure, I'll take your $10. So definitely look them up. This one's from 1974. I have like a little, I I have Indians, Cowboys and Indians listed right now, which I'm surprised they haven't sold yet, but we shall see. Okay, scrapbook. This is a Hallmark scrapbook. I pick these up whenever I see them. They're the ones that have the inserts with the accessories or whatever that you actually put onto the pages. This retailed for $50. You can see right here, it's got the letters and it's got the pretty pages. So some of it's kind of done for you. And then they give you the matching stuff to like glue to the page and put around your pictures. I picked this up at a garage sale, probably between $2 and $3. I can't remember, but I know basically I usually pay $5 or less, and $5 would really be pushing it for me. So I probably got it for $2 or $3. I sold this for $30 plus shipping. So definitely a fantastic bread and butter item. I do a lot of I pick up a lot of scrapbook items. Now this one I listed October 26th, and it sold I don't know when it sold. I think it was early November. So it sold pretty fast. It was not listed very long at all. So a great bread and butter item. This took a while to sell, but again, I picked it up with a bunch of other stuff. It's from 1957. It's an iron-on Tony the Tiger patch. It's vintage. You know, things like this, you just never know. You have to kind of wait for the right buyer. I took a best offer of $8. Again, it took me 1 minute to list. I did sit on it a while. It does not take up a lot of space. So I probably made around $7 on it for 1 minute of my time. So to me, you know, that's worth it. And it glows in the dark. So pretty cool. The next item are these Thai Beanie Boos. The Beanie Boos are the ones that have the big eyes. And I took a best offer of $14 on these. These are McDonald's toys. I would say that McDonald's toys are a bread and butter item that I will pick up. $14. Took me a few minutes to list. Not a big deal. Now, Beanie Babies, guys, they don't sell. The Beanie Boos with the big eyes, I think there's still people that will buy them. But yeah, the Beanie Babies, no. I mean, unless you can pick up like 100 for like $10 and you have like a flea market that you sell stuff at and you just put them in a tote and people buy them from you for like $1, that might be worth it, but you're not going to make money on them. They're just not something that sells. But I did get 14 for these. But again, I think it's because they're the Beanie Boos and because they were McDonald's. And people do still collect McDonald's toys. Are they a big bolo? No, but they're a nice bread and butter item. All right, LuLaRoe. I'm not really sure what to say about this. Long tail. It's going to take a while to sell. You're not going to get much money for it unless it is a Disney print or a unicorn is what they call it. And those are special prints that were, I guess, limited in numbers. I don't know. I have quite a few of the Disney ones listed. I'm keeping my prices, you know, a little bit high. Like I sold this for $24.75 plus shipping. It is Disney. It is new with tags. I picked this up at a thrift store. I think it was St. Vincent's for $3. I have several that I picked up the same day that are Disney, Mickey Mouse, princesses, stuff like that. And I'm going to keep them priced about $25 because I like the prints and I know that there are people that collect Disney stuff. So the person that bought this may be into Disney. They may not even be into LuLaRoe or whatever it is. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. But the market it's saturated with this brand. So unless it is Disney, or I think I had some I think it was Disney also, but it was like oh, what was it? Was it like 101 Dalmatians, like the villain, the lady, is it Ursula or something? I listed that and it sold like within, I don't know if it was like hours. It sold super fast. And I was like, oh no, was that a unicorn? But I sold that one on Mercari. So some of these are okay, but don't spend a lot of money on it. I mean, I guess if you can pick it up new with tags for like 50 cents or a buck, maybe if it's just a regular print. But I mean, go look at eBay and see how many are listed. It's crazy. Same with Poshmark and Mercari. So, and if somebody is doing really well with LuLaRoe or LuLaRoe, is that how you say it? Please comment below. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm just going from what I see. But yeah, I sold this one for $24.75, so I was happy with that. And I don't think they made an offer, they just bought it outright. The next item, I picked this up with a bunch of VCR stuff, blank VCR tapes. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Again, it was in there. I'm like, I checked the barcode. It was easy to list. Sold it super quick. So, I mean, I auctioned it 7 days, made 10 bucks. Okay, so I talked about this in my other bread and butter video, but I'll tell you guys again in case you didn't see it. I went to a garage sale and I was pulling out and I didn't leave. I went back in and I bought all of this brown drip McCoy and Hall like pottery type stuff. I don't know if it's pottery or stoneware. I don't know what it is. But I know that McCoy, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know some McCoy is a bolo. So I'm like, it says McCoy, and I didn't know how to look it up, like while the people were there watching, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it. But I spent, I think, $60 or $65. I can't remember what it was, but it was a whole table full. But I was like, I left there feeling really yucky about the purchase. I was like, why did I do that? I hate listing glass. I hate breakables. So I came home and I'm like, I'm just going to get all this stuff listed. And this actually sold within like, I think, the same day for $17 plus shipping. So it's a bread and butter item. It's not something that I would probably buy again just because I don't like messing with it. But I've sold this piece and then 2 other pieces. So I've almost made my money back and I still have a bunch of it. And it's all listed, but I don't think I'd do it again. But if you don't mind shipping glass, people do still use this brown drip. And if a piece breaks, they might need a replacement. So again, this one sold super fast for 17 bucks plus shipping. So you guys take and do with that what you will. I'm not advising you to buy it. The next item, Longaberger. Longaberger mugs, plates, pottery, stuff like that. I had this listed for $62 and they're just bread plates. Some of them go for decent money. Somebody offered me 25 bucks. I had a huge stack and I paid like $2 for all of them. I'm like, you know what? I will take your $25 plus shipping, and I moved on. But I will pick up Longaberger pottery when I see it, just because if it's cheap, because I know that people still collect it, and Longaberger's an Ohio thing, so I see it at yard sales and garage sales often. The next item is this fork. I picked up a bunch of silverware. There was one silver spoon in there. I think I paid $3 for the whole bag, but I thought this was just kind of neat. Now, most people aren't going to waste their time listing a fork, but look how cool this fork is. I mean, it's really cool. And if somebody has this set and needs this fork, they're going to pay up for it. Now, I had it listed since July. Somebody offered me $12 and I took it. And I mean, I made money. It took me a minute to list. It doesn't take up a lot of space. So again, for people who have limited storage space, things like this are fantastic. Do they take a while to sell? Yeah, usually it's a long tail item, but it takes you 1 minute to list. And, I made $11 approximately for a couple minutes of my time. And all of those smalls add up. Willow tree, again. I do well with willow tree. I do really well with willow tree on Mercari. And I kind of picked it up. The first willow tree I sold, it came in a bundle with some other stuff. And I'm like, I'm just going to throw this on Mercari. And it sold like that. And I'm like, okay. So I tried another willow tree and sold like that. And I'm like, what is that? Like, people must really collect this willow tree. So I just pick it up when I see it. If I can get it for like 50 cents, I think this was 50 cents. Sold it for $14 plus shipping. Quick flip. Next item are these antique baby shoes. Antique baby shoes are, they're bread and butter in most cases. Now I have another pair that I'm going to show you in another video that is a major bolo, and you definitely want to check out that video so that you know what to look for. But I picked these up for a couple bucks. I think they were in a bundle with some shoes and eyeglasses that I bought. And again, the other baby shoes sold for a really high price. I was super thrilled with it. I took a best offer on these for 15, which is still great. I mean, look at these things. They are chewed up. I mean, they're like brown and I don't know what size they are. So this is what I do if I don't know the size. People put these on like baby dolls, I guess. I don't know. They're in horrible condition, but I still sold them for $15 plus shipping. So definitely, I mean, don't pass them by if you can get them for 50 cents or something. This little vintage Halloween black cat, I sold this around Halloween. I was kind of hoping that maybe it was going to get bid up, but I paid 50 cents for it, I think. It's just little, just a little cat. And let me see if I've got, you can see right here. I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand. So probably 50 cents, and I sold it for $9.99 auction. Again, I was hoping it'd get bid up because it was vintage Halloween. It did not. So the buyer did pay shipping, but again, you know, $8 or $9 profit. Took me a minute to list. The next item that I pick up at garage sales are dolls, Barbies, Live dolls. I think that's what they're called. They're like the bald girls that you put wigs on so you can change their hair. They're pretty cool. Disney, these are Disney Star Darlings dolls, and I did not know what these were, and I posted these in my Facebook group, my Bolo Buddies Facebook group, and I said, does anybody know what these are? They told me what they were. I listed them. I sold these for $20.15. The buyer paid shipping. I probably paid $1 for them at a garage sale, and they sold pretty quick. The next item, the melted plastic popcorn items. So I feel like this is kind of an item that used to sell for more. The market's kind of saturated, I would say. This one was very small. Did I measure it? It's 11.5 by 6. So not a big one. And I took a best offer of $7. It sold super fast. And I paid like, I don't know, a quarter or 50 cents for it. And I don't usually mess with the big ones because I don't like to ship them. But this one was very small and it was easy to ship. So I was like, yes, I'll take your $7 plus shipping. So I was happy with that. I'm going to do one more. And these are Transformer glasses. They're like little masks. I got these in a bundle deal, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to list them and see what happens. It was around Halloween. I was like, I got an offer for $10. They were bundled in with another deal, so I pretty much had $0 in them. We'll say for fun that I paid $1 for them. Sold them for 10, so I made $8 or $9. Quick flip, sold super fast. And I think these are something that could sell all year round to people who have kids that like to like run around their house in their capes and wear their glasses and play dress up. You know, the girls dress up like princesses. Well, the boys can dress up like Transformers. So yeah, sold pretty quick, and it was part of a bundle deal. So why not list it and make some money? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you know someone that would be interested in this video, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching and have an awesome night.